Hello, and welcome to a guide to Book Review Digest Plus. This is a summary of the LibGuide that I created. Now, the target audience for this guide is member of book clubs. Now, I've been a part of a lot of book clubs throughout my life. Even when I was a teenager, I helped organize a teen book club at a local library. And it would have been very helpful to understand a database like this so that I could search for more books and book reviews to know if books are worth reading. And so that is my target audience, is members of book clubs. So I picked a database that I think is pretty easy for someone to understand and doesn't need to, take any library classes to understand it. So that is my target audience, is members of book clubs. My reasoning, again, is to help members of book clubs find books to read. It can be a struggle, especially when you have a group of people with varying different interests. So it's good to be able to have a database where you can put in these different genres, different authors, different things, and try and find out what is a good book for your book club to read in a resource that you can trust. Because of course there are biased review sites, so it's good to be able to find a database you can trust to find the books that you want to read for your book club. Now, here's a brief summary of my guide. First, of course, I talked about how to get to the guide, to the database, which is through EBSCO. And it is a subscription-based database, unfortunately, so there is a bit of a paywall behind it. But anyways, I talked about the materials available. Now, it's not just book reviews, it's also books. It also acts kind of like a WorldCat catalog where you can just search for books for specific genres, authors, whatever. It's not just book reviews. And then I talked about the basic search. Book Review Digest Plus contains a basic search bar at the top with a drop-down menu where you can type any genre, title, author name, ISBN, etc. that they want into the search bar and pull up results, and searchers can use the drop-down menu to complete a basic narrowing of the search. Next, I talked about the advanced search. You can narrow the search through many different ways, and I appreciated how each of these narrowings were very easy to navigate, and were all bolded and easy to find and also easy to understand. There was no complicated wording. So you can narrow the search through publication type, publication, document type, subject, reading level, and reading score, which I thought was really interesting, especially for if there's any people that are leading a book club for children or teenagers. They can find books based on those children's reading levels. Published date, physical description, books added, date range, so the date range of the books that were added, and a children's literature checkbox specifically. And then I talked about Boolean operators, and which narrows the search, and I use the example young adult and romance. So if you wanted to narrow the search to just young adult romance. Or broadens the search, so you could search for young adult or romance, and you pull up both young adult and romance books. And then not would be to completely eliminate something, so you could search for a young adult, not romance, if you wanted to find young adult books that didn't have romance involved. And those are my references, and that is a quick summary of my guide to Book Review Digest Plus. Thank you.